started, Coach.
Thanks, Kirk. Yeah, let me start off real quick, and I want to talk a little bit about, being a head football coach at Auburn and being in the coaching profession. Obviously, it's obvious you got to win football games, and there's no question that that's what every head coach's goal is to win football games. That's certainly ours here at Auburn, and there's nobody that's more competitive than myself and my coaching staff, and the value of winning is huge here for us. It's very important to us. However, there's other things that are extremely important to us too, and that is being able to get in young men's lives and make a difference and help guys grow as young men. I've got 120 young men on this football team, and as their head coach, as their mentor, sometimes as their father figure, I've got a responsibility to our young guys to defend and protect. And certainly we ask them to do all the things right on and off the field here at Auburn as an Auburn football player. And when I see a young man doing everything that we ask him to do, to carry himself the right way, to talk the right way, to act the right way, both on and off the field, I've got a very high appreciation for that. So where I'm going with this is Cameron Newton is one of the young men on our football team that has not only excelled as a tremendous athlete, he has done everything we have asked him to do since the day he stepped on campus at Auburn. So I want to make this very clear, because I'm wasting my time addressing allegations that completely, to be frank, blow my mind that they're even out there, because there's federal privacy laws that dictate that these things don't even get out in public. So I'm not even sure how that happens. But I'm standing up here on a very important week trying to defend something that, quite frankly, is garbage. Is there a wizard behind the curtain? I don't know. Is there one? Is there two? Is there 10? I don't know, and I don't care. But what I do care about is coming to the defense of not only a great football player, but a great human being who comes from a great family. Now look, if you really want to do your homework, go and start with his Little League coach, then go to his junior high coach, then go to his high school coach, then go to his junior college coach, and then come talk to any coach at Auburn. And you're all going to hear the same thing. So this is a waste of my time, but I'm going to address it because I'm defending a young man who deserves it. Let me tell you something. He's one of the leaders in the Heisman race because he deserves it. That's fact. So distractions and whatever's out there, whatever people want to drum up and dream up and try to distract, it is what it is, and it's not changing. Cameron's going to be focused on playing Georgia this week. Nothing's changed in terms of who he is and what he is, but he is like our son here, and I've got a problem with it. Got a problem with it. So, here's what we're going to do. Because this is pure garbage, I'm going to move on and I'm going to talk about Georgia. I'm not taking one question about Cameron Newton, unless it has to do with the Georgia game. So if you want to ask a question about the Georgia game, I'd love to answer it to the best of my ability. But that's where we're going with this, because this deserves zero of my time, and I've already wasted about 4 minutes talking about it. So, that being said, we've got a very tough game against Georgia this week. It's going to be a great crowd here. The Georgia series, obviously, is one of the greatest in college football. And we've got a work cut out for us. This is a very good football team, and they're playing extremely well as a team right now. Offensively, they're hitting on all cylinders. I think their quarterback has certainly got enough games under his belt right now where he's really, really becoming a really good SEC quarterback. Defensively, they're playing much better. They're probably in the top 4 in probably just about every category defensively in the league. and they're going to come in here ready to play. So we've got a lot of work to do between now and game time. We'll be focused on the task at hand. There's no question in my mind that it's going to be a great game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you have any questions related to the game, I would love to answer those.
The focus of this game is huge anyway. Talk about that, 10-0, and just what this game means to the team.
You know, it's like we talked about. You know, everybody knows. Everybody knows what's out there. Everybody knows that, you know, as you keep winning, the stakes get higher. So, you know, there's not a lot of rhetoric between myself and the team about what's out there. I think they know that. They're excited to play. These are one of the games that this is what you try to play college football to be a part of. And, you know, it's just, it's going to be an exciting time for our players and our fans, and just a fun time. And we're going to try to really enjoy every moment of it.
Coach, what are some of the things that Georgia is really doing well that's going to possibly pose some issues for you guys?
Well, they throw great deep balls. They've got receivers. They've got a great tight end. They've got really 2 or 3 really athletic 6'3", 6'4" receivers, at least 6'3", 6'4". They do a great job. Murray does a great job of getting the ball up in their hands, certainly on early downs. Their running game's starting to come around as well, and I think they've run the ball much better here recently. I think they've got a lot of confidence. Their offensive line's playing really physical. So in that regard, offensively, that's what they're doing well. They've got a really great set of special team units. Their kickoff coverage team, which, you know, you're talking about field position. Their kickoff coverage teams, probably #1 in the league. They do a great job on their coverage units. They've got the best kickoff return guy, or one of the best kickoff return guys in the league, in Boykin. And then defensively, I think they've really settled in and really, you know, kind of gotten used to the new defensive coordinator and his system. And you can tell that there's much more of a comfort level, you know, in how they're playing now. So I think just as a football team, without question, all the way around, they have definitely improved and are playing really good football right now.
Gene, the punting game, LSU game, really kept that one from getting out of hand. How big is that this week with a guy like Drew Butler?
It's huge. It's huge. And again, that just kind of ties into with the rest of their special teams unit. Let me tell you something. Their kickoffs are out of the end zone more than half the time, it seems like. Their punting game is off the chart in terms of field position and them positioning the punts down inside the 10. We're going to have to do a really good job of trying to field some of those punts and at least getting a first down, you know, return-wise, to get us out of some of those holes that really kept us in the hole all night against LSU. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's just the whole special teams, all of our special teams units are really going to have to, they're going to have to be on their, you know, really on their A game to be able to compete with these guys on their special teams. A lot of great athletes and a lot of great coverage units, and they're just very skilled at what they do.
You mentioned Sunday that you're not happy, you weren't happy with the punting game in general. Can you talk about what y'all might look at this week in terms of if there might be any change there?
Well, you know, Philip, we'll just kind of look and go through the week and do like we do all the time, and you know, make decisions closer towards the end of the week. But you know, we're certainly not going to change what we do punting. You know what I mean? Our protection's always been really good, and our coverage has been good. We just got to get some guys that can, you know, be more consistent with their punts. And I have faith that, you know, one of the two are going to be able to do it. Right now, I'm not sure which one that is, and you know, to be quite honest, you know, it's been sporadic in practice as well, so it's made it a little bit difficult. So hopefully we can get them refocused and get some great competition there at that position, and get some punts with some good hang time and some good distance Saturday.
Coach, they didn't have A.J. Green early and they struggled. Talk about the difference he's made since he's come back into the lineup.
Well, I don't think there's any question. Earlier in the year, when they didn't necessarily have him out there, where the defenses didn't have to find ways to double him or find ways to pay, you know, more attention to him, you know, it let him play more on the run. You know, you can do different things, but when you have one guy that demands so much attention, you know, you spend hours trying to figure out, you know, how you're gonna cope with him, and certainly, you know, with him, they do a great job with some short, you know, screen games with him, and he can turn those 2 or 3 yard gains into 30-yard gains or touchdowns. Boy, they throw a great deep ball to him, and always have. That's always been Georgia's deal. Boy, they love to challenge you 6, 7 times deep in a game. He's one of the guys that they'll obviously do that with several times. So he just commands a lot of attention from the defenses, and that's that presents challenges. And I think that since he's been back, it's opened their offense up, all the way around.
Coach, you've been a part of a few of these Georgia-Auburn games. It seems like the road team typically often wins, and the higher-ranked team doesn't always win. You got a favorite memory from this rivalry? Is it a pretty special one?
It is. It's obviously the oldest rivalry in the South, and I think if you go back and you look at the records, I think it's 53, 52, and 8, something to that effect. It's just so close. There's so many similarities in the two schools. It's one of the greatest rivalries in terms of just the passion for the game, the closeness of the games. I'm not sure in the last, 7, 8 years, I'm not sure 10 points has been, the deciding factor, no more than 10 points in the last 7 or 8 years. But it's just always played as a very close game. And you can throw the records out. I think that's very evident by what's happened over the years. Is the highest ranked team always the one that wins? No, it's not. This is a game that you got to throw all that out. We've got a lot of Georgia guys on our roster. And this game, obviously every game is special to them, but when you're playing against a lot of kids from your home state that you played high school ball with or whatnot, there's a lot of emotion and passion in the game. So there's a lot of players that know each other, and it's just, it's a great rivalry.
Yeah, I guess